conversation that you had in terms of what needs to happen next. You saw the group over here from the community that discussed the evaluations and made recommendations. So what, a few people have some thoughts from what you talked about, what needs to happen in the next 35 minutes to 30 minutes.
But the big issue that we kind of discovered in this process is that a lack of education. Where do the adults typically get their information? They get it from the papers, and the papers tend to be all negative regarding addiction and all that process. The schools have a program and teaches, they get a lot of information from that. So in one sense, we're doing a really good job with the kids, but we're not giving the adults the other side. And so I feel that we kind of felt that was necessary.
We've got recommendations over here.
Why can't we have another meeting?
It's definitely possible.
Brian, are you going to vote next Tuesday, or we're going to have another meeting?
So,
That's a topic we're going to discuss.
yeah, so I think, let me just, because that's what we need to talk about, and we were talking about the options over here. Does anybody have anything else? Does anybody have anything else?
I think there needs to be plans made for a meeting between the Admis board and members of the neighborhood. Everyone else is getting the benefits. The neighbors also have to deal with the drawbacks as well as the benefits.
One of the things that we came up with, what about, maybe make this whole recovery house a pilot program? You agree to parameters, and if the parameters are not followed, out it goes. So.
No.
If your question was, what did we hear?
And what do you want to see happen in the next 30 minutes?
I think I speak for the four of us. We heard that nothing's happening. This is all smoke and mirrors, and the board won't do anything with our concerns.
So here's the dilemma. So because I was looking for recommendations and a silver bullet answer for what we do in 30 minutes. And I was looking at John to give me the answer. And John just gave me the look like he's giving me right now. So you're out of luck. There's a couple competing demands right now. And there's got to be some recommendation that goes to Brian. Brian can give you his best reaction. He's been thinking about and trying to figure out how best to address what will happen next. And so here's a couple competing demands. One, and we're going to just do this right here, means yes, we need to have that happen. Not sure, no, we don't need that to happen. So the first thing is, this first recommendation here from this group was a large meeting with the community and all of the Admis board to answer the questions that have been formulated over here. Does that need to happen before a decision is made by the board? Yes? Not sure, no. Hands up real high so you can see. Yes? Not sure, no. Second is, does a representative of the group, representative group of the community need to take this, go meet with the board, address the questions, and address the concerns, and address that before the meeting with the community? But I'm hearing that those are the two recommendations. So with that, with those two things, the third thing is, here, admit the mistake and move the house. Okay? So
I think that is two issues there. Admit mistake is one issue, move house is another issue.
okay. So here's
There's two thumbs up.
So I hear you saying you want to see diversity of the neighborhood represented.
We're all in the same community.
Okay, all right, so I'm hearing you say that. Okay, yes ma'am.
And another level to the diversity that needs to be addressed is those of us, and I realize I'm in a minority, that support the house or don't have a problem with the house. I'm with you.
So, okay.
So that means if there's a representative group, then those that aren't.
So you want to see on this group people from the neighborhood that represent both sides and both opinions. And you want to see diversity in gender and race and perspective. So with that, I think the next step, my recommendation to you all is that John, Tom, and the small group meet with the Admis group ASAP, determine the exact concrete next steps, figure out what to do to address this issue here, and get that out to everybody within the next, I would say, 48 hours.